Well, this is my hat box. As you all know, I made chief recently, well, a couple of years ago, but now I'm undergoing the indoctrination. And as part of the indoctrination, I have to create a hat box. And the hat box is to signify my achievement in making chief. One of the things that we do change when we make chief is we get a new hat and a new emblem on our hat. So we build a box that signifies our respect for that. Now the lid's not attached to mine yet. They'll have a hinge, but when you open the lid, it'll hinge open and I can pull out the hat. Obviously on the top is a large anchor. That's the chief's anchor from the Coast Guard. And inside is my hat. And the hat is pretty significant because this emblem right here is the same anchor worn by one of the first 100 chiefs in the Coast Guard. And as you can see, the difference between this anchor and this anchor is that this one has an applied rope that goes over the top part of the anchor and circles around and is fouled at the bottom here. And this one has a chain. And the chain is different in the modern Coast Guard chief's anchor from the old one. This one is right around the 1920 to 1940 range for the date of when it would have been used. Now, one of the things that I love to do in all the furniture making that I make is to do secret compartments, and this is certainly no exception to that. All three of the handles on the hat box have significance as well. This particular one here is a late 1800s uniform button from the Revenue Cutter Service, one of the founding services of the Coast Guard. This one is a U.S. Life-Saving Service uniform button. Came from probably the mid 20th century era. And then this one is a lighthouse establishment, and that one came from just before the turn of the century in the late 1800s. So I used those as the pulls for all three of the drawers, and the top drawer is just a long, narrow, or a shallow drawer that I'll have my medals and my ribbons displayed in. And then this drawer is the same size as this drawer, and I'll just have some of my miscellaneous uniform items or something like that inside there. It's still a little humid in here, so the wood is a little sticky. And the same thing with this drawer. Now, in order to make secret compartments in a piece of this nature, you have to really hide them. So one of the things I did was this piece of trim here comes right off, and I used magnets to hold it on. And you can see the back side of this has two screws that are magnetized into this. And in order to get to the inside of the secret compartments, you have to pull out the drawers. So you pull out this drawer, set it to the side. Now pull this drawer out, set it to the side, and then pull this drawer out, set it to the side, and then you still can't really see exactly how to do it, but you have to know to pull the center divider out. And the center divider has a secret compartment that you can hide some things into. And then once you open the center compartment, it kind of reveals most of what's left in it. You see the finger pulls that are here and here. This finger pull here just pulls out a long tab. And on the day of my rites of passage, when we do the ceremony of me becoming a chief, I'm going to have everyone sign it that day that attends my rites of passage and is part of that process. So that's what I'll use this one here for. And then you go back inside the box, you can see another finger pull here. So you just reach in, pull that one forward, and the entire drawer box comes out. So this is what holds the drawers. Set that to the side. And then inside here, you can't really see anything, but if you look up inside of there, if there's enough light, you can see there's an anchor, and you can pull this compartment out of the inside of this. And this one was just made with a piece of wood that I had stamped an anchor on, and I ended up actually cutting that anchor. But if you look at it just the right angle, you can see that the anchor comes back together when you view it. And the writing that's inside here is a backwards sentence that I had tried to use as a different thing, and ended up using this to make a compartment. And honestly, it really turned out interesting that even within the chief, you could be backwards and broken, but if you just find the right angle, you can always come back together again. And that's it. That's all the compartments on my hat box. Except there may be additional secret ones that I'm not going to reveal now.